Never done an oblique before, and obviously I was expecting it to be a grade 1 or 2 at worst, and then when I hear the grade 3, that was, I thought that it was surgical. I didn't really know how obliques worked, and obviously people talk about obliques taking forever and being the worst injury possible, and the worst part was probably sneezing. Coughing was uncomfortable, sneezing was tough. Lucky for me, my body protected me. I didn't poop for like 6 days after I got hurt, so people said that was excruciating, but I didn't experience that. So yeah, man, symptoms-wise after the shot.
Have you ever imagined the Dodgers losing not one, but both of their top catchers during the most important stretch of the season? Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. And the latest update on rookie catcher Dalton Rushing is even worse than fans expected. Dave Roberts has officially confirmed that Rushing has a slight tear in his UCL, and this injury could keep him off the field for a significant amount of time. Even more concerning, there's only a very small chance he catches another game this season. So, what does this mean for the Dodgers, for Shohei Ohtani, and for their World Series hopes? Let's break it all down. The Dodgers placed Dalton Rushing on the injured list after what initially looked like simple elbow inflammation. At first, fans hoped it was nothing serious. But after additional testing, manager Dave Roberts revealed that Rushing has a slightly torn UCL in his right elbow. The organization immediately shut him down from throwing for at least 4 to 6 weeks. While that timeline may not sound devastating at first, the reality is much more complicated for a catcher. Unlike many other positions, catchers put enormous stress on their elbows every single inning. Throwing to second base, framing pitches, and making quick defensive plays all rely on a healthy UCL. That means even after the shutdown period ends, Rushing will still need a gradual throwing program before he's trusted behind the plate again. The good news is that the Dodgers are allowing him to continue hitting. Dave Roberts emphasized that the club wants to keep Rushing's bat alive while slowly rebuilding his throwing strength. If everything goes perfectly, he could return later in the season as a designated hitter or pinch hitter. But when reporters asked Roberts if Rushing could realistically catch again in 2026, his response wasn't exactly encouraging. Roberts admitted that the chances are very small. He said he hopes he's wrong because Rushing is a tough player who works incredibly hard. But at this point, the organization is focused more on preserving his offensive value than rushing him back behind the plate. This creates a major problem for Los Angeles because Dalton Rushing had quietly become one of the team's most important young players. After Will Smith suffered his neck injury, Rushing stepped into the starting role and never looked overwhelmed. The 25-year-old was batting .253 with 12 home runs, 36 RBIs, and an impressive .809 OPS. Those are excellent numbers for a rookie catcher, especially on a championship contender. Beyond the statistics, Rushing had developed chemistry with the Dodgers pitching staff, including Shohei Ohtani. Building trust between a catcher and a pitcher takes time, and losing that connection during a playoff race is far from ideal. The timing of the injury may have actually saved the Dodgers from an even bigger disaster. According to Dave Roberts, Rushing's diagnosis came just one day before the MLB trade deadline. That gave general manager Brandon Gomez enough time to react before the roster was locked. Instead of waiting and hoping for good news, the Dodgers immediately added catching depth by bringing back 2 familiar faces, Rortvedt and Hunter Feduccia. Rortvedt isn't new to Dodgers fans. He helped the club last season when injuries piled up and even started for postseason games. More importantly, many of the Dodgers pitchers already know him and trust him behind the plate. Hunter Feduccia also knows the organization well after spending years in the Dodgers system before briefly leaving and returning through another trade. Brandon Gomez explained that familiarity was the biggest reason behind these moves. Rather than bringing in completely new catchers who would need weeks to build relationships with the pitching staff, the Dodgers wanted players who could fit into the clubhouse immediately. According to Roberts, Rortvedt is expected to receive the lion's share of the starts until Will Smith returns. Speaking of Will Smith, Dodgers fans are still waiting for encouraging news. Smith has been sidelined since early June because of an inflamed disc in his neck. Roberts recently said the all-star catcher remains at least 3 to 4 weeks away from returning. That means the Dodgers are currently without both of their primary catchers at the same time. It's a situation almost no contender wants to face during August. Now, let's talk about Shohei Ohtani. Whenever Ohtani takes the mound, having an experienced catcher becomes even more important. Throughout this season, the Dodgers have carefully managed Ohtani's pitching workload while monitoring his recovery and overall health. Losing a catcher who had started building chemistry with him creates another challenge. Fortunately, both Rortvedt and Feduccia already have experience working with Dodgers pitchers, so the transition shouldn't be as disruptive as it could have been. Still, continuity matters, especially with postseason baseball approaching. The biggest question now is whether Dalton Rushing will need surgery. Right now, the Dodgers are optimistic that surgery can be avoided. That's excellent news because Tommy John surgery would almost certainly impact next season as well. Instead, the organization is hoping rest, rehabilitation, and a slow throwing progression will allow the ligament to heal naturally. If that happens, Rushing could still contribute offensively late in the season, even if he never puts on the catcher's gear again this year. From a long-term perspective, protecting a 25-year-old catcher may actually be the smartest decision. The Dodgers view Rushing as an important part of their future, and risking further damage for a few late-season games simply isn't worth it. For now, the Dodgers must rely on depth, experience, and strong pitching to survive until Will Smith returns. The organization deserves credit for reacting quickly before the trade deadline. Without those moves, Los Angeles would have entered August with virtually no experienced catchers available. Still, this injury is another reminder of how quickly a championship season can change. The Dodgers have already dealt with injuries throughout the roster, and now another key contributor is unavailable just weeks before the playoff push. The next month will be critical. If Ben Rortvedt performs well, if Hunter Feduccia provides reliable depth, and if Will Smith returns on schedule, the Dodgers could weather the storm. But if more setbacks occur, losing Dalton Rushing may become one of the defining moments of the Dodgers' 2026 season. Now, we want to hear from you. Can the Dodgers still make a deep postseason run without Dalton Rushing behind the plate? Do you think Ben Rortvedt can handle the starting role until Will Smith returns? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Dodgers news, Shohei Ohtani updates, injury reports, trade analysis, and everything happening around Los Angeles
pretending to
baseball.
rotate and swing
Thanks
and
for
say,
watching,
I don't have a great
and
three,
we'll
that was
see
a
you in
fake
the next
MRI and all
video.
that stuff.